What's a going lovely people, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm sharing this hearty gungo pea soup recipe. So this is the brand peas, but you can choose any other brand. Now what you want to do is to soak the peas, because this will really reduce the cooking time. And to soak the peas, I'm going to add some chopped garlic. Now before you soak the peas, make sure that you remove any defected peas or any debris and wash the peas at least 2 to 3 times. Now after that, you're going to add some fresh clean water and then add the chopped garlic. So here I have all the ingredients, and the full list and measurements will be in the description, so make sure you check that out. Over here I have the peas, which have been soaking overnight, and as you can tell, they have doubled in size, which is perfect. Now for the seasonings, you will need sage, thyme, scotch bonnet pepper, onion, allspice, celery, and scallion. You will also need turnip, Cho Cho, Irish potato, yellow yam, spelt flour to make the dumpling. You will also need a nice piece of pumpkin, carrot, and ginger. So you will also need some salt and all-purpose seasoning. So now it's time to cook the peas, and I like to cook my peas with some flavor, so I'm going to add 1 chopped onion, thyme, and some salt. So it's obvious that this amount of water will not cook the peas, so I went in with about 12 cups of water. So just cover your pot and allow it to boil. In that meantime, I'm going to cut up the pumpkin. What I'm going to do is to cook half of this pumpkin with the peas, because I want it to sort of cook out to give the soup that richness. Make sure to wash all your ingredients properly. Alright? Once again, cover your pot. You want to allow your peas to cook over medium to high heat until they are tender. In that meantime, I'm going to go ahead and start preparing all the other ingredients. If you're not familiar with turnip, it's a root vegetable and it's very nutritious. It's high in fiber, vitamins, and minerals. So here's another amazing nutritious vegetable, Cho Cho, otherwise known as chayote. And honestly, growing up, I never like it. And being on this lifestyle just makes me appreciate food on a different level, honestly. So you just want to remove that core from the Cho Cho and then just chop it up into some cubes. When it comes down to the celery now, I like to strip it before I cook it to get rid of that stringy. You see that? Yes. So you just want to slightly strip it. You don't want to strip away too much of the celery now. Just slightly strip it. Alright? And as I mentioned earlier, just make sure that you wash all your grown provisions and vegetables properly. So now it's time to make the dumplings, and you only need 2 ingredients: spelt flour and water. If you want to add a pinch of salt, go right ahead. So if you've never made this before, you just want to gradually add some water until you form like a firm enough dough. Okay, your dough should not be too sticky, or else it's going to be really hard for you to form the dumplings. Alright. So at this point the peas cook. So what I'm gonna do now is to remove the pumpkin and mash it. You can choose to mash this out in the pot, put in a container and manually mash it, or you can put it in your blender. After you have mashed the pumpkin, add it back to your pot and give it a good stir. So now I'm going to add 4 cups of coconut milk, and this coconut milk is homemade. If you're using the store-bought coconut milk, make sure you purchase the light coconut milk. Ginger always complements coconut milk. It just balances out everything. So that ginger I showed earlier, I peeled it and I grated it. So you want to add it to your pot as well. So once you've added those vegetables, just cover your pot and allow it to boil for about 10 minutes. In that meantime, if not already, go ahead and prepare any of your other ingredients. So the soup is coming together beautifully. So now I'm going to add the dumplings, spinach, yellow yam, Irish potato and pumpkin. So if you've never made dumpling before, you just want to break a small piece of the dough, roll it in both palms of your hand and then press the center. Okay, and as far as the spinach, you just want to elongate the dough to form like a rod shape. My family love a lot of food, so I'm gonna stretch the soup a bit. I'm adding some hot water at this point. So the next step is to season the pot, but right before I season the pot, I'm going to cover this and give this about 10 minutes. So to season the soup, I'm going to add some sage leaf, thyme, scallion, and scotch bonnet pepper. So now I'm going to add some dry seasoning. So right here I'm adding some vegetable bouillon, and I'm also going to add some garlic powder. Make sure to season your pot to your liking. After you have added all those seasonings, give your pot a good stir and then cover it to cook for about 20 more minutes. A few minutes later, soup up and running, and this looks amazing. It smells good and it tastes even better. You know when this soup really hits the spot? The next day. If you know anything about overnight food, you know exactly what I'm talking about. This was delicious. And there you have it, lovely people. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all try and enjoy this recipe. Please remember to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for some more amazing recipes. Until next time, bless upon yourself.